quick word, it's September 11th. I think we all realize that, but again, our hearts go out to the responders and the victims' families of the September 11th incidents that took place. So we always keep that close to our heart and our minds at this time. We look forward to the challenge of playing the Raiders. We know they're a good football team. We saw that Monday night, and so we've got to go through the process of getting ourselves ready to play them. And but again, we look forward to that challenge. So with that, time's yours.
Does the Raider rivalry mean as much today, or is it more just the division rivalry that is more important?
No, listen, I think when you step in that stadium, when you're out there, you understand the rivalry. The guys that have been here, they get it. It's a long-standing rivalry, probably as close as you're going to have to a college atmosphere that way as far as rivalries go. And and then likewise, when the Raiders come here, I think they realize that. So I think it's a neat, it's a neat thing. Our fans feel it, and their fans feel it, and the players feel it. So.
How long does it take you to kind of get the rivalry when you were in Philly? You got those rivals. When you come out here, when do you kind of really start feeling it?
Yeah, well, if you look at the history of the NFL, you realize it. I realized it when I came here. I knew about it. So if you've been around the NFL or studied it at all, you kind of realize how important that is. Yeah.
It's the last time you'll play there. I know you like history. What's the best and worst part of playing a game now?
Well, the bathrooms flooded last year, so I won't miss that. I just it's a unique stadium. It's got a little nostalgia to it, and we'll be playing. It's still baseball season. We'll be playing on the dirt, which doesn't happen in this league anymore. So that part will be kind of neat. And then there've been some great. Since I've been here, and over time, I know it's that way, but since I've been here, we've had some great battles out there, and I wouldn't expect anything different this time.
Andy, it looks like you guys left yourself short at wide receiver. Tyreek can't play. You released Pringle. What went into that decision to go with 4 wide receivers, at least for now?
Yeah, so, we get Dat back off of suspension, and so we should be okay there. We had worked Smith in there during camp, and so he can also do some things for us there. So I think we felt like we'd be okay at that spot. However, we loved Pringle and that whole thing. That it really nothing. There wasn't anything on his performance, for that.
Coach, you mentioned the dirt infield. Do anything different with that? I know both teams got to play on it, but did it affect how you prepare or change how guys cut, and you have to adjust your offense because of it?
Yeah, so there's a low water table there anyways. I think we know that too. So the turf is a bit slippery, even when you're on the grass part. So you're aware of that. And then the guys that haven't played on the dirt, they'll get out there in pregame and have a chance to work with that. So
would you not call a play because you're in the dirt, like a certain offensive play, or do you get that far into it, or does that not really matter?
We just call the dirty plays when we're in the dirt.
You have dirt calls?
Yeah. No, we're okay. We don't care. Yeah,
how much do you still have to monitor Patrick? I know you said, I think Sunday, keep a close eye on him during the game, but how do you process that now?
Yeah, so our medical staff, Rick and the doctors, they're the ones really monitoring. You have a chance to watch him practice and see if he can move around and play. So right now he's feeling pretty good, so he'll practice.
How optimistic are you that LaShawn McCoy's workload could reasonably increase this week and with Damian and so on?
Yeah, I think we have a good blend there. I can't tell you one way or the other, but I would tell you that we're comfortable with both guys. On top, same thing. So he can get in there and do his thing too. So we're good with all 3 of those guys.
And why were you more effective running the ball with McCoy than with Williams in Jacksonville? Just block better when he happened to be in the game?
It could be that. It could be the coverages and the fronts that were presented. So, a lot of things go into that.
And then with McCall Hardman, obviously it seems like with Tyreek out, he could potentially take on a bigger role. What do you need to see maybe, I guess first evaluate Sunday's performance and what do you want to see from him this week?
Yeah, so we've rotated him in, so he's played, he got to play during the OTAs, got christened during that time, and so we feel comfortable that he can step in and play, and I'm not going to sit here and compare him to Tyreek or anything. I mean, that's not. We just go in and we play, and so that's what he'll do, and but we feel comfortable we can do the stuff we do. We don't have to change things, but we do.
And now that you've seen both running backs in last week's game, was there some thought to use both of them on the field at the same time, both Williams and
Yeah, I hadn't thought about that, but I mean, you could. I mean that's a viable thought for sure.
Understanding that the Jaguars offer one of the better front sevens in the league, does there need to be a little bit more emphasis on keeping Pat just a little cleaner? It just seemed like there were a couple of free hits.
Yeah, you don't want him to get hit at all. I mean, that's the objective, and so in some cases we got to just do better. I've got to do a better job putting the guys in the right position, and when they're, they got to make sure they pick them up, and that's how it goes. So we're trying to keep them clean the whole game.
Andy, with your experience, how long does it take a guy to pick up your total scheme and what you're trying to do? It seems like Sammy is having a lot more fun now and being more relaxed.
Yeah, I think he probably said it the best. This year, your second year, you're familiar with everything from the practices to the installs to whatever amount of plays you're putting into actually knowing the play, and then a lot of it comes off of knowing what the guy next to you is going to do. Not just knowing your assignment, but knowing what the guy next to you, his assignment is, so you can play off of him. And so I think he it takes a little bit of time to do that, but he's a smart kid and he works extremely hard now. We probably didn't cut him any breaks because we had him playing all three positions, and so that's another load on there. But he works extremely hard, and he learned everything. I mean, you saw him improve as the season went on too. So.
Did you talk about trying to contain Derek Carr after the game he was coming off?
Yeah, phenomenal.
25 passing.
Yeah, phenomenal game. I mentioned this before. I had him in the Pro Bowl before, and so I got to know him as a kid, and smart guy with a lot of talent, and so he's a heck of a player, and we're aware of that. It's a great challenge for us when we play him.
Yeah, if you go back and looked at the tape of when Tyreek got hurt, was that a clean football play, the tackle there? Is that something that happens during a game?
Yeah, no, I think the play was that part. The stuff after I would probably question, but what happened initially was it's a good tackle.
And what's his years with the team and you guys getting DFB back this week? Is he?
I missed who you said.
Getting him back, getting his years with you. Is he probably the best suited player to mimic or mirror what Tyreek does based on size, stature, what you've used him in the past?
Well, he's done it before. McColl's been kind of in that position. However, we feel good working both of them. We're okay with that. They'll all play. I mean, they're all going to play. So.
But you would see it's more of a mix between both Anthony and McColl.
Yeah, and D-Rob, we're confident. D-Rob knows everything. He's got the whole thing down too. So we're not tied into one thing or one person really. So I think
the Raiders looked pretty good on Monday night. We're able to get the win. Just how do you manage, because you're such close friends with Gruden, and kind of wanting them to have success, but at the same time you are up against each other?
No, absolutely. I want them to have success. I love the competition. I mean, that's why we're in this. And so I know that team's going to be well coached. I mean, really well coached. So I love that. I think our coaches love that challenge because he's got good coaches. And then they went through and retooled that team this offseason, and they've got good players. So you love that part. I mean, that's why you spend all these hours doing what you do. And you want the best. You want all their guys to be healthy, and everybody, that's how you want it. And then you go play. And that's a great part about this thing.
Coach Gunther brought over Perfect this offseason as one of those guys. Seemed to be one of the guys that kind of emotionally just was the leader of that defense. You got some young guys. Just what were your main takeaways from what you saw from that defense against the Broncos?
Yeah, well, I think most of all, he knows that defense in and out. So you give him different looks. He can be the adjuster on that and get guys lined up. So from a coaching standpoint, he helps out, in that way. So he's like having a coach on the field that way.
Couple more, guys. Go ahead.
Offensively, you know, you, I guess maybe historically kind of taken a little bit of time to work some rookies in there. Do you prefer to kind of let them gradually feel out the process as opposed to throwing them in right away?
Yeah, I'm okay if they play. You know, you don't have them very long. So in this day and age, so with free agency and all that, so if they can play, you exploit their talents, man. Get them in and cut them loose and let them go.
Andy, what do you remember feeling on 9/11, and how much do you think in the days afterward or the week afterward, sports was part of the healing?
Yeah, well, I was right there. I was on the Eastern Seaboard there in Philadelphia, and I remember it very well. I mean, I remember calling Mike Sherman, who was in Green Bay. He called me and wanted to talk about football, and you know, everything's going on. So, and he wasn't even aware that it was going on. So that it's you know, but I think everybody on the Eastern Seaboard was pretty locked in on where things were happening and how they were happening. And then afterwards, I thought the country did a great job of rallying. I thought it was phenomenal.
Did you think sports sort of mattered?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Big part of it. Yeah, big part of kind of getting everybody back, something to jump in on and unite. Yeah, so it was very important, a positive that way. In a negative, very negative situation, that was a real positive, I thought.